everyday thing. It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing. When you let your nuts hang. I met a man last night, right? We were at a holiday bar, and I'm walking to the outdoor bathroom, and we're like he's walking this way and I'm walking that way, and I see him and I'm like, ooh, that's a fine ass man, right? Just tall, dark skin. I could tell he's maybe like in his like mid 40s, right? He comes straight up to me. He's just like, oh my gosh, like, you're so beautiful. Oh my gosh, like, just like giving me the speech, right? And it's just like, let me walk you to the bathroom. Like, we start talking. I find out that he's the owner, not the franchisee, the owner of a very popular weed shop that's franchised all over the United States. I'm not even going to say which one it is because, yeah, that I'm just going to keep to myself. And he lives in Washington, right? So, of course, at first I have a twinkle in my eye because I'm just like, oh, businessman and legit businessman. So we're like continuing to talk about just random things, you know. He's asking me like, what do I do for a living? He's talking about how he wants to be less private. He wants to just be, you know, just like have a life. So I know what I mean. Like, again, I am not green. Between Richmond and Atlanta, I don't have a green crown in the box. So I know what all of these like workaround words that he's saying mean, but at the end of the day, he got a legit business, a big business. So I'm like, whatever. I don't care. First, it sounded good. The privacy thing, like, okay, took me aback for a second because I'm like, oh, like you just met me. Like he must thought that I was an angel or something. Like, I mean, I am an angel, but I've been through some things. Okay. So anyway, then he proceeds to go. So after all this, tell me how gorgeous I am and whatever. He's like, all I can offer you right now is friendship. All I can offer you right now is friendship. So I know what that means too. You're married or with someone, or you got like a bunch of kids, right? Or you're with multiple baby mamas. And this man, he was African, right? So as well. So probably a mix of all of that, right? So I asked him straight up, I'm like, oh, do you like have kids or are you like married or something? And he just starts to laugh, like he was African, right? So as well. So probably a mix of all of that, right? I don't know what owner this is. So I asked him straight up, I'm like, oh, do you like have kids or are you like married or something? And he just starts to laugh, like giggle, because he wasn't expecting that. So then after giggling for a second, he's like, I have 2 beautiful children. So I'm like, oh, how old are they? Just out of curiosity, how old are they? Because you're acting like these kids were just born 2 months ago or something. He was like, one is 14. Like, I have a girl and a boy. One is 14. And the other one is 7. My son is 7. Just talking about his kids, whatever. I don't care. But I pretend like I care. So then he was like, I just live a very hectic life. And I just feel like you might be, like, annoyed by my lifestyle. I know what that means, too. Like, I don't know if this nigga thought I was literally dropped on the planet yesterday or what. But I'm playing along because I'm like, okay, do it for the plot. To an extent, I will have conversation, but like, let me just tell you guys what else happened. So after telling me all he can offer me is friendship at the moment, he's like, I wish we could hang out. Mind you, it's 12:30 at night, almost 1 o'clock in the morning. And he's like, I wish that we could hang out right now. Like, don't you just want to leave with me? Like, let's go grab a drink and go back to my hotel room and like get some food, you know, and like watch a movie and talk and get to know each other, sir. The only thing that's open after 12 are Legs and Waffle House. And my legs ain't open. So I kindly was like, no, like, thanks for the offer, but it's my friend's birthday and I'm not leaving my friends. Like, I'm here with my friends. I was like, and you came with your cousins. So like, you're just going to leave your cousins? And he's like, oh yeah, you're right. He's like, well, I just wish I could hang out with you. And I'm like, oh, well, you know, let me know if you want to get dinner sometime this weekend. I'll be free. You know, I'm decided to take the weekend off for the most part. And he was like, oh, like, I wish I could, like, I wish I could just hang out with you right now. Sir, it's not happening. So again, kindly decline. And he's like, well, let's exchange numbers and, you know, let's start as friends, but like, see where it goes from there. And I was like, oh, that's how most relationships start, is you start as friends. And I think that that's how you should. I think he was just shocked by the way that I was answering because I didn't act like I was super offended because he's a nigga. So like, of course he's gonna try. And number two, I'm not really interested like that. Like, and you thought because you came over here looking like you were a bag of money and telling me you got this big ass business that you were gonna get some coochie after we only talked for 10 minutes? Are we joking? We need a new batch of men. We need a new batch of niggas. Aliens, just drop them down. Drop some of y'all down too, because I'm sure that y'all got some money. Please. What in the God's name of Atlanta in 2025?
What they say on that song, she don't know what she doing. She just be giving it out. That's what Atlanta is. Girl, throw that wham in the circle, even if it's little, make it jump like a hurdle. Okay, well at least she didn't fall for it. I mean, I think after dating in Atlanta for so long, I'm pretty sure these women are up for all the games. I mean, and a lot of these guys come from out of town. I've seen a post on Instagram where a guy says, you know, don't get it twisted. Everything that's going on in Atlanta is not Atlanta. It is people who came here from other places who are doing this F shit to people in Atlanta. It's not actual people who grew up in Atlanta. There's a lot of grown people that grew up in Atlanta that was born and raised in Atlanta. And that's kind of how I feel, but that's not in Oklahoma because we don't have a lot of people coming here. But I know a lot of F boys and girls here that go to Atlanta. So I know that, or have moved to Atlanta or Houston or, wherever. And they were an F boy here and they're going to be an F boy wherever they go. Yeah, I did see the guy who was unalived on the cabin trip. I was looking some stuff up on that story actually because that just happened over Christmas. Um, but the it was what else I was gonna say? Oh, it was this guy. His name, he from Oklahoma. His name is Jay French. He's a music producer or something or a songwriter, whatever he does. I don't know. He swears he gets a lot of hate from Oklahoma, but I think he really hates Oklahoma. But he's from Oklahoma, and then the stuff that he does is like some f boy stuff, and I just want to tell him like, bro, just shut up and do your thing. Like people aren't gonna be upset for you to be from Oklahoma and be successful. Like be from Oklahoma and be silent. Don't even worry about success. I don't go around and be like, oh yeah, man, people in Oklahoma don't support me. I don't give a flying fuck if people don't support me from Oklahoma. People do. And I appreciate it, but I'm not gonna get on here and be like, man, I'm just not receiving a lot of friends from Oklahoma. 98% of my followers on Instagram is not from Oklahoma. About 99.5% of my YouTube followers are not from Oklahoma. Now, do I have some? Yes. Do they support me? Yes, because they know I'm a real Negro at the end of the day and ain't no fuckboy shit. And I'm not going to be down in Oklahoma every time I get a chance. Now, does Oklahoma support each other all the time? Hell no. Do we collab a lot? Hell no. But you think that if we don't collab and we don't work together, you think I'm gonna go around and be like, man, Oklahoma don't do nothing? No, I don't care. I collab with people. My bro Lucky Wheels Deals, he got a car channel. Y'all check out his car channel. We became friends through this YouTube thing. So, you know, it's a lot of people that you just can't even call your friend because they be on some weird stuff. You know what I mean? And no matter where you go. So, you know, Atlanta, of course, this guy from Richmond, or what do you say, Washington State, of course, goes to Atlanta and be on some fuck shit. And then you be like, oh, dating in Atlanta's trash. No, wherever that nigga from is, he trash. Okay, leave Atlanta out of this.
Yeah, I think I need to pause on dating in Atlanta because I almost went to jail yesterday. So I go on a date, Barcelona Wine Bar.
Now, I've talked to this guy several times. We've had multiple conversations. I asked him about his profession. Do you do anything with drugs? Do you do drugs? All of that, because I want to know, because of the deal breakers. No, I don't do. No, I don't deal with drugs. I smoke here and there, just marijuana, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, I don't know about that. But anyways, we get to Barcelona Wine Bar. Everything is going good. Now, the way he's dressed, I don't judge a book by its cover, but I'm very observant. The way he dressed is just giving hood, you know what? Chains, Cartier, Armani hoodie. You know what I mean? Gucci sneakers. I'm just like, okay, this is giving, not the corporate average Joe that I normally go for, that I personally like. I like men who work 9 to 5s or are entrepreneurs but get their money legitimately. So I'm still giving them the benefit of the doubt. There's no red flags in the conversation. So we go over to Atlantic Station. Now, I know y'all gonna be like, why'd you leave your car? I left my car and we rode over to Atlantic Station in his car. So we walk in at Atlantic Station and a couple minutes go by and he's like, oh, I gotta bust a move real quick. He get on the phone, he get off the phone like, okay, I gotta bust a move real quick. And I'm thinking, bust a move? How old are we? Normally when I hear bust a move, it's illegal stuff related. You know what I mean? So I'm like, bust a move? What you gotta go bust a move for? Like, it's the middle of the night. And he's like, I mean, you could ride with me. I'm like, okay, I don't know where you're going. He was like, I mean, you could ride with me, but I don't want you to ride with me. You know what I'm saying? Just in case, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, you need to tell me what's going on, because I asked you before we even came on this date if you do anything illegal. And he was like, and I don't. I said, so what you about to go do? He's like, I got to go take $20,000 and drop it off at the trap house off of Martin Luther King. What? That sounds like something illegal. Do y'all know this man looked me dead in my eyes? I said, so you sell drugs? This man looked me dead in my eyes and took off his glasses and said, no. I was like, are you a drug dealer? He said, no. He said, I'm not a drug dealer. I'm the plug. Yeah, yeah, I think I need to pause on dating in Atlanta.
I just want to say the man that she was dating was a complete dummy. Okay, I don't sell drugs, but I am the plug. Like, damn. The first rule of being a drug dealer is never admit that you're a drug dealer. Okay. When you admit that you're a drug dealer, now she has knowledge of you committing crimes, and if y'all get caught together, she could go down too. So you never admit that, man. So come on, man. We gotta be smarter than that. We gotta be smarter than that. You know? I remember when I used to do things that weren't politically correct. And one time I got caught up and the police raided my house. They didn't really raid my house, but they was searching through everything. But it wasn't like a raid. They was just looking for my friend. And I was in my friend's room, and they was like, "Well, why do you live here? And what business do you have here? And where's your friend at?" I was saying, "I don't know him. I don't know him. I moved in this house 2 weeks ago, and I told him, mind you, I'm sitting on my friend's bed at the same time, and he has actual pictures of his mom and stuff on the dresser." But I don't think they paid attention. Maybe they did. Maybe they didn't. They knew I was lying, but they couldn't prove it because he wasn't there. And I was just telling them, nobody by that name lives here. I know of him. I don't know him. Oklahoma's a small city. I know who lived here before. That's it. The landlord asked me if I wanted to move in. They lost their tenant. I could move in, pay, and I was in. That's all. There's nothing else. And he swore up and down that I knew him. And I was like, nope, I don't know this guy. I don't know him like that. That's not my friend. Mine is my best friend. But the thing is, I didn't admit to even knowing this person. Because if I admitted to knowing him, then I whatever shit he was in, I could be in. So, no, I don't know him. I have no idea who he is. And it remained that way. And it remained that way.